Once upon a time, in a lush jungle, there lived a clever monkey named Monty. He spent his days swinging from tree to tree, enjoying the sweet fruits that grew along the riverbank. In the river lived a crocodile named Carl. Carl was strong but not very smart. One day, Carl's wife Clara told him she wanted to eat the heart of a monkey, believing it would make her stronger. Carl didn't know how to catch a monkey, so he decided to trick one instead. Carl swam to the riverbank where Monty was eating fruit. "Hello, monkey," Carl said with a friendly smile. "I see you enjoy the fruits on this side of the river, but do you know the fruits on the island in the middle of the river are even sweeter?" Monty's eyes lit up. "Really? I'd love to try them, but I can't swim," he said. Carl grinned. "No problem. Climb onto my back and I'll take you there." Trusting Carl, Monty hopped onto his back. But as they reached the middle of the river, Carl's true intentions were revealed. "Monty," Carl said, "I'm taking you to my wife. She wants to eat your heart." Monty froze but quickly thought of a plan. He laughed and said, "Oh, Carl, you should have told me earlier. I don't have my heart with me. I leave it in the tree while I gather fruit. Let's go back and I'll fetch it for you." Carl, not realizing he was being tricked, turned around and swam back to the riverbank. As soon as they reached the shore, Monty leapt off Carl's back and climbed high up into his tree. From the safety of the branches, Monty called down, "Oh, Carl, you silly crocodile. My heart is right here inside me. You'll never catch me now." Carl realized he had been outsmarted and swam away in embarrassment. From that day on, Monty was more cautious, and Carl learned that cleverness is a power even strength can't defeat. Moral of the story: quick thinking and intelligence can help you outsmart danger. Deep in the sparkling blue ocean, a big, cheerful sea turtle named Tessa lived with her family in a cozy coral reef. Tessa had 3 curious little turtle hatchlings, Timmy, Tina, and Toby. Every year, they celebrated a special day called Family Day to remind themselves how important it was to stick together and support one another. This Family Day, Tessa decided they would explore the Great Blue Depths, a part of the ocean none of them had visited before. "Remember," she told her little ones, "the ocean is big and full of wonders, but it's also full of surprises. We must stay close and look out for one another." Excitedly, the family set off. Along the way, they saw schools of shimmering fish, graceful manta rays, and colourful coral gardens. Tina found a glowing jellyfish, Toby discovered a shiny pearl, and Timmy played hide and seek with tiny shrimp. While exploring, Timmy noticed a narrow underwater cave. "Look, Mom!" he exclaimed, swimming toward it. "Can we go in?" Tessa paused. "It looks interesting, but it might not be safe," she said. But Timmy, curious and eager, swam ahead anyway. Inside the cave, Timmy found a beautiful treasure chest covered in seashells. But as he tried to nudge it open, the current in the cave grew strong, pulling him deeper into the shadows. "Help!" Timmy cried out, his voice echoing through the water. Hearing his cry, Tessa quickly swam into the cave with Tina and Toby close behind. Together, they formed a chain, holding on to one another tightly. Tessa used her strength to pull Timmy out of the strong current, and they all hurried back to safety. Outside, Timmy hung his head. "I'm sorry, Mom," he said. "I didn't listen to you. I should have stayed close." Tessa smiled and hugged him. "It's okay, Timmy. We all make mistakes. The important thing is to learn from them. That's why we have Family Day, to remind ourselves that we're stronger together." The turtle family continued their adventure, but this time they stayed close, helping each other explore safely. They found even more wonders of the ocean and ended the day singing and playing together under the golden light of the setting sun. From that day on, Timmy, Tina, and Toby always remembered their Family Day lesson. No matter how big or beautiful the ocean is, the best adventures are the ones shared with family. Moral of the story: family is our greatest treasure. By staying together and supporting each other, we can face challenges and enjoy life's wonders safely and happily. Deep in a vast jungle, where the trees stood tall and rivers flowed with crystal clear water, lived a mighty lion named Raja. He was the king of the jungle, feared and respected by all animals. Though he ruled with fairness, he often felt lonely because no one dared to be his friend. In the same jungle lived a playful and intelligent monkey named Kiki. Kiki was full of life, swinging from one tree to another, playing tricks on his friends, and spreading joy wherever he went. Unlike other animals, Kiki was not afraid of Raja. He admired the lion's strength, but also noticed his loneliness. One day, while Raja was resting under a huge banyan tree, Kiki swung down from a branch and landed near him. "Oh, mighty king, why do you always sit alone?" Kiki asked curiously. Raja sighed. "I am the king of this jungle, yet I have no true friends. The other animals only respect me out of fear." Kiki chuckled. "Friendship is not about power or fear. It's about trust and kindness. If you are willing, I can be your friend." Raja was surprised. No one had ever spoken to him so openly. "You are small and playful, while I am big and strong. How can we be friends?" Kiki grinned. "Friendship isn't about size or strength. It's about understanding and helping each other. If you agree, let's be friends from today." Raja smiled for the first time in a long while. "All right, Kiki, from today we are friends. A friendship." Like no other days turned into weeks, and the bond between Raja and Kiki grew stronger. They spent their days exploring the jungle, sharing stories, and protecting each other. Raja protected Kiki from ground dangers, while Kiki, being small and agile, helped Raja find food and water during dry days. The other animals were shocked. "How can a tiny monkey be friends with the mighty lion?" they whispered. But Raja and Kiki didn't care. They enjoyed their friendship and trusted each other completely. One day, Raja said, "Kiki, you have taught me something valuable. Being strong doesn't mean being alone. True strength lies in having real friends." Kiki laughed. "And you have shown me that even the strongest need someone to lean on sometimes." Their friendship became an inspiration to all the animals in the jungle, but not everyone was happy about it. The fox's trick. A cunning fox named Chalu, who was jealous of their friendship, decided to create trouble. He believed that the lion should only be feared, not friendly. "I must break their bond," he thought. Chalu went to Raja and said, "Oh, great king, have you ever wondered why Kiki befriended you? He is just a small monkey, and you are the king. Perhaps he is using you for protection." Raja frowned. "Kiki is my true friend. He has never betrayed me." Chalu smirked. "Then test him. Pretend to be in trouble and see if he stays or runs away." Raja, though wise, began to doubt. What if Kiki is only my friend for his benefit? He wondered. He decided to test Kiki's loyalty. The next day, Raja lay down near the river and groaned loudly as if he were injured. "Help! I am weak and cannot move," he cried. Kiki, who was gathering fruits nearby, heard Raja's cries and rushed to him. "What happened, my friend?" he asked, worried. "I cannot hunt. I am too weak." "Without food, I may not survive," Raja said weakly. Without thinking twice, Kiki climbed the trees, picked the sweetest fruits, and brought them to Raja. He even asked the birds and other animals for help. "Our king needs food," he said, and they all contributed whatever they could. Days passed, and Kiki never left Raja's side. He continued to care for his friend, ensuring he was safe. Finally, Raja stood up, completely fine. "Kiki, I was never truly weak. I was testing you," he admitted. Kiki looked surprised. "Testing me? Why?" Raja lowered his head in shame. "The fox made me doubt you. He said you were only my friend for protection. I wanted to see if you would leave me in difficult times." Kiki smiled. "Friendship is not about tests, Raja. It is about trust. I never doubted you, and I never will." Hearing this, Raja realized his mistake. "You are my true friend, Kiki. Forgive me for doubting you." From that moment on, Raja never listened to those who tried to break their bond. He learned that true friendship is not about testing, but about believing in each other. The jungle learns a lesson. When Chalu, the fox, heard what had happened, he was ashamed. His plan had failed. The other animals too learned an important lesson. The elephant said, "Friendship is not about power or size. It is about loyalty and trust." The deer added, "Even the strongest need friends to stand by them." Raja and Kiki continued their friendship, stronger than ever. Together they showed the jungle that true friends never leave each other, no matter what. Moral of the story: true friendship is built on trust and loyalty. Real friends stand by each other in good times and bad, no matter what others say. Once upon a time, in a beautiful forest, there lived a kind and friendly dog named Bruno. He was known for his loyalty and bravery. Not far from where Bruno lived, there was a little rabbit named Rosie. She was small, quick, and full of energy. Rosie loved to hop around the forest, playing with butterflies and collecting berries. Bruno and Rosie had always seen each other from a distance, but they had never spoken. The dog was much bigger and stronger, and Rosie was a little afraid of him. However, Bruno had a gentle heart and never wished harm upon anyone. One bright morning, Rosie was happily hopping around, searching for the sweetest berries. She ventured too close to the riverbank, where the ground was soft and slippery. Suddenly, the earth beneath her paws crumbled, and she tumbled down into the fast-flowing river. The current was strong, and poor Rosie struggled to stay afloat. "Help! Help!" she cried desperately, but her small voice was barely heard over the roaring water. Luckily, Bruno was nearby, taking a stroll along the river. He heard Rosie's faint cries and rushed toward the sound. As soon as he saw her struggling in the water, he knew he had to act fast. Without a moment's hesitation, Bruno leaped into the river and paddled swiftly toward Rosie. His strong legs helped him fight against the current. Rosie was getting tired and was about to go under when Bruno reached her. He gently took her by the scruff of her neck and carefully swam back to the riverbank. Once they were on safe ground, he placed Rosie down and licked her gently, making sure she was okay. Rosie coughed a little and looked up at Bruno with grateful eyes. "Thank you, Bruno. You saved my life," she said, her voice filled with emotion. Bruno smiled kindly. "You don't need to thank me, Rosie. Friends help each other." "Friends?" Rosie asked in surprise. "Do you really want to be my friend?" Bruno nodded. "Of course. I've always seen you hopping around, and I admired your energy and joy. But I never got a chance to talk to you. I'm glad I could help today." From that day on, Rosie and Bruno became the best of friends. Rosie showed Bruno the best places to find berries and the hidden spots where the most beautiful flowers bloomed. In return, Bruno protected Rosie from danger and helped her whenever she needed it. The animals of the forest admired their unusual friendship. They saw how a big, strong dog and a small, quick rabbit could be the best of friends, despite their differences. One day, as they were exploring, they heard a cry for help. It was a little bird trapped under a fallen branch. The branch was too heavy for Rosie to move alone, and the bird was too weak to free itself. Rosie tried to push it with all her might, but it wouldn't budge. "Bruno, we need to help," Rosie called. Bruno hurried over and, using his strong teeth and paws, lifted the branch just enough for the little bird to escape. The bird chirped happily and fluttered its tiny wings. "Thank you, Bruno and Rosie. I thought I would never be free again." Bruno and Rosie smiled at each other, feeling proud of their teamwork. "It's always good to help those in need," Bruno said. The bird, grateful for their kindness, promised to help them whenever they needed it. The three of them became friends, proving that kindness brings everyone closer. As time passed, Bruno and Rosie continued to spread kindness in the forest. Their friendship inspired other animals to help each other, no matter how different they were. They showed that true friendship is built on kindness, trust, and looking out for one another. Moral of the story: True friendship is not about size, strength, or differences. It is about kindness, trust, and always being there for each other in times of need.